Hey yo friends, super welcome to this video. Guys, today we're checking out some of the most goriest indie games coming in 2023. I'm super excited to make this video, so let's do this. To start things off, I'll be showing some beautiful gore in an indie developed game made in the Unreal Engine 5. So my friends, this is Super 1337. And say what you will about the name, but this has some of the most beautiful gore I have ever seen in an indie game, period. It offers amazing dismemberment, slow motion, sword action and gun action. And even though the gun is not featured in this video, it's there and it's playable. I have tried it in the test version of this game. And what makes this game even more remarkable is that it is being developed by a solo developer, and his vision for the game is for it to be a horde wave co-op game with epic slow motion blood-filled moments. And the game is not that far into development yet, but what is there feels super tight and responsive, so the combat is more or less done, and now it's time to develop more enemy types and maps. Next up, we got one of my favorite and basically only fear-inspired shooter. Let me introduce Trepang 2. Yeah, it's not the second installment of the game, but for some unknown reason it is called 2. And just as the first game, this game will also offer epic slow motion moments, but in first person. And the inspiration comes from the older Fear games, with destructible environments, fast and tight gunplay and super abilities like the mentioned slow time. And to top it off, you can dismember foes by super sliding or jump kicking them in the face. The game offers some truly crazy over-the-top combos that you can pull off, and it's all presented in a glorious bloody fashion. There is a free demo out on Steam now that you can try, or just watch my full playthrough of it. Your choice. Next up, we got an indie Dead Space inspired game, and I recently just heard about this game, but it looks bloody amazing. Let me introduce Negative Atmosphere. This is a third-person, over-the-shoulder survival horror game dedicated to dread, tension and trauma. Trapped aboard the void ship TRH Rusanov, Samuel Edwards must evade, fight and kill his former crewmates as an outbreak transforms them into monsters. And that all sounds quite familiar, right? Well, I don't mind it one bit. Give me more Dead Space inspired games. It's running on a great underused concept, so bring it on. Next up, we got my most anticipated GC Doom game of all time. This, my friends, is Selaco. This is a brand new original shooter running on the GC Doom, featuring thrilling action set pieces, destructibility, smart enemies and fleshed out story, taking place within an immersive game world. There is an excellent demo out on Steam that you can play now, or watch my full playthrough of it, your choice, but it really showcases in a good way exactly what this game is, and it's beautifully colored gore, and it's nothing short of awesome, let me tell you that much. And the only pre-words I have to say about the next game is finally we have a new game in this franchise, and it is a first-person shooter. Let me introduce Starship Troopers Exterminator. I've been waiting a massively long time for another first-person shooter set in this franchise, and this one looks to deliver. The developers are used to working on tactical games previously, which I hope will add to the immersion of this game. It will feature base building, hordes of enemies and survival elements. You have to build your base, scavenge supplies from around the map and cooperate with up to 12 buddies. And while the graphics might not be the best on the list, I'm still very much excited to see the bugs' blood fly everywhere as we send them to the moon. Next up, we got a game that encourages you to be as violent as you possibly can. This is Airtight City 2.0, and let me give you the game's description. It goes something like this. You are a killing machine. No need for sneak attacks. You're a terrifying killing machine. Combine your advanced firearms, diversity skills and powerful melee system to knock down, slash, dismember, stomp and crush enemies in extreme bloody and violent ways. Okay, so in all honesty, the game hooked me already at you are a killing machine. I mean, I am down for this solo developed indie game. Are you? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so the next game on the list is a very special one. This game is set to deliver the most realistic gore that has ever been produced in any video game ever. Let's look at it. I present to you ill, not to be mistaken for Illness, which is a copycat of this game. This one will be a more slow-paced horror experience with a huge emphasis on dismemberment in super realistic ways. Many people, however, are claiming that the developers have only showed pre-rendered footage of the game because it looks almost too good to be true, but the developers are still standing their ground and saying that this is actual in-game footage. However, time will tell whether this is real or not, but for a lot more information, don't miss my full coverage on all the details surrounding this one. It will pop up at the end of this video. And for the next one, my friends, I chose a more pixel art, fast-paced shooter, but it offers amazing gore, so let's have a look. I present to you the wonderful game called Coven. Coven is a hyper-violent, fast-paced first-person shooter which is heavily inspired by classic FPS games such as Blood, Hexen, Unreal and Timesplitters. You get to destroy your enemies and eat their flesh. Yeah, you eat your enemy's flesh to regain your health. And what's really cool about this game is that each episode will feature a different time period, meaning brand new environments and enemies to slay for each episode. Guys, that was my top 8 list of upcoming indie games with a lot of freaking gore. Let me know in the comments if I missed anyone, and I want to know which is your favorite from this list. And for more awesome goodiness, don't miss these videos.